configure your app settings. These are the preferences that control how dates, times, and data appear throughout your entire Resourceby system. Getting these right from the start ensures everything displays correctly for you and your team. From the settings sidebar, click on App Settings. Perfect. You're now on the App Settings page. This page might look simple, but these settings affect how information appears everywhere in Resourceby, from attendance records to reports to salary slips. Let's go through each one carefully. First up is Date Format. Click on this drop-down to see your options. You'll notice different formats like DMY, MDY, and various other combinations. The example next to each option shows you exactly how dates will display, like January 19th, 2026. Choose the format you're most comfortable with. In South Africa, we typically use day, month, year format, so DMY is a great choice. Whatever you select here will be used consistently throughout the system. Next is Time Format. Click this drop-down and you'll see options for 24-hour format and 12-hour format. The example shows 9:37 for 24-hour time. If you prefer seeing times like 9:37 a.m., instead, choose the 12-hour option. Most businesses use 24-hour format for clarity, but choose what works best for your team. Moving down, we have Default Time Zone. This is really important. Click on this drop-down and you'll see time zones from around the world. Since we're in South Africa, you'll want to select Africa/Johannesburg. This ensures that all timestamps for attendance, clock-ins, reports, everything are recorded in the correct time zone. If you have team members in different locations, don't worry. This sets the system default, but individual users can have their own time zone preferences too. Next is Default Currency. Click on this drop-down and notice the question mark icon next to the label. Let's click on that to learn more about this setting. This setting determines which currency appears by default throughout the system, especially in payroll and expense reports. For South African businesses, you'll select RZR for Rand. The system has many international currencies available if you work across borders, but choose your primary operating currency here. Below that is Language, and there's another helpful question mark icon. Let's click on that. Language controls the interface language that users see throughout Resourceby. The system currently shows English with a flag icon. If you have a multilingual team, you can select different language options from the drop-down. The interface will update to display in the selected language, making it accessible for everyone on your team. Now let's look at Data Table Row Limit. And yes, there's another question mark icon here. Let's see what this explains. This setting controls how many rows appear per page when you're viewing lists, like your employee list, attendance records, or leave requests. The default is set to 10 rows per page. You can change this to show more or fewer items. If you have a large team, you might want to increase this to 25 or 50 to see more data at once. If you prefer quicker page loading, keep it lower. Finally, there's a checkbox option. Employee can export data. Notice this is currently checked with a blue tick. This controls whether your employees can download and export their own data, like their attendance records or leave history, as Excel or PDF files. This is great for employee transparency and self-service, but if you prefer to control data exports centrally, you can uncheck this option. Once you've configured all these settings to match your preferences, look at the bottom of the page. You'll see that yellow Save button. Click it to save all your app settings. Excellent. These settings now apply system-wide. Remember, you can always come back here if you need to adjust anything. Maybe you expand to a new time zone or want to change the data table view. The beauty of Resourceby is that it's flexible and adapts to your needs. In other settings videos, we'll cover more specific configurations like currency details, tax settings, and attendance rules. But your core app preferences are now perfectly configured,